guys, welcome back to Tea Time. Today we're going to be talking about our biggest fails. Um, so the first question is, do we have any bad driver stories? I can say that it was the second day I had my driver's license, and I was coming down my driveway and my dogs were outside, and I was going really fast and I ran over my dog.
Oh,
Did you kill it?
All right.
No, she was just under my car, and my stepdad came outside. He's like, "Stop!" So I stopped, and she was just stuck under there. And then I go, "What?" And then I kept driving, and she was like, "Arr."
Dang.
Did you like hit her with
So
tires, or
bad.
was it just
Tires. She was under it.
Dang.
It was just like her back leg, so she couldn't go anywhere. But she's fine. She's just a silly puppy that was like,
Her legs still work after that?
heck yeah, she's okay. She's a mini Australian Shepherd, so she's not very small.
My mom ran over our dog one time, and she made me she called me because we were at home. I think it was like we didn't have school, so she's like, "Yeah, I ran over the dog this morning. Can you give it some aspirin?" Or like painkillers. I was like, "Yeah, no problem."
What in the world?
I'm saying, so I had to put wet dog food on a spoon with like Tylenol and feed the dog.
Yeah, I've almost ran over my other dog too. They just always like run under my tires, like they tried.
Steven's dogs do that?
Yeah.
At his house,
Sven.
yeah, they'll just chase after your tires and then bite at them.
That's how all my dogs are. They're just playing with their lives. I'm like, okay, test me.
Wow.
Anybody else?
I don't think I've ever had a bad experience with me driving.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm a pretty alright driver.
I think I'm a good driver. I've never gotten a ticket, never gotten pulled over yet.
You haven't got pulled over yet?
Mm-mm. Well, I've had my license since June. So it's been a while. But no, haven't gotten ran over.
We should probably tell him that Jacob is here. but
Yeah, Jacob's here.
Jacob's
We
here,
got
guys.
Jacob,
We
so-
just-
Jacob,
we just
come
don't
into the
have-
camera.
Mr. T decided to break the face cam.
Yeah,
so
'cause Mr.
Jacob is
T
out of.
Oh, you still, there you go. Jacob is here.
Jacob is here. The face cam is not working.
You might be able to hear his voice when he talks in the background.
I can't drive yet, but I've wrecked my four-wheeler
Oh,
It was-
what are you doing?
going fast around a turn on gravel.
Bryce almost killed us in his grandparents' whatever he has.
Side by side.
Or not a side by side. It's something.
A razor?
Yeah. I don't know. I think it was a side by side. I don't know. But
I used to always see him
The ones in
whipping
Peaceful.
by when I was
Mhm.
at Peaceful. Yeah.
we were with it was me, Bryce, and Henry Leb, and he wasn't paying attention. He was like looking down, and he looked up, and we were like going off the road, and it was just a
God.
straight drop off, and there was a tree, and Henry like stuck his arm out against the tree. But yeah, we were about yay close from running off. Ask him about it; he'll tell you.
What in the world?
We went catfishing.
He's a
that
scary
night.
driver, I'm telling you.
I don't think he's that bad. I haven't had any problems. with
No, I'm like sitting in the front seat. I'm like,
Yeah, we went to Sullivan to get his what was it? To get
Wrestling shoes.
wrestling shoes from his sister, and yeah, like the whole ride there, I was like,
He must just drive crazy with you guys because anytime
Yeah.
I've ever rode with Bryce, I haven't had a problem. There's like sometimes that he'll like go off
Yeah.
into the rumble strips a little bit and it'll like scare me a little bit, but like
no, the whole time I'm like, they grabbing on everything. I'm pushing my foot in the floor like, I'm like a mom in the seat. Like, I get so scared.
I feel like there's so much cushion and stuff in his back seat that if we did wreck, that I'd be all right. His back seat is always messy, always.
Oh, trust me.
I keep my car clean. Like, I have my backpack in there,
He does not.
No, he
and
does.
that's it.
I have to make him clean it.
I like clean things. I'm a very clean person, though.
I want to deep clean it, but it's
You don't know
gonna
what
be-
you're going to find in there, probably.
No, it's gonna be a mess like the next day. So
I watched him. He had like a couple different boxes of Jack Flash pizza back there, like from the gas station in Gerald, and he opened this one. He was like, "Is this one from 2 weeks ago or yesterday?" And he goes, and eats it.
that is
oh.
Ew.
insane.
Yeah, I remember one time we went, we were at Lower, and then we went to Walmart to get, I think we went to go get donuts or something. And I remember I looked down after I don't remember if I was getting in or out of the car, but there was just like a whole slice of pizza on the ground. So I was like, "You want me to throw this out?" He's like, "Yeah, I guess."
Ew.
No, it's so bad. No, there's like so much stuff in the front, like floorboard, and I'm like, I don't even have anywhere to put my feet.
Have you ever sat in the back?
Yeah.
The back is rough.
It's pretty rough, yeah.
Well, sounds like you need
It's,
to get
it's
that
a
boy
little
to
more
clean.
than rough. It's a little.
What about you, Jake? Have you ever had any what was the thing? Bad driving experiences?
Yep.
Or
Very.
fails.
My mom's a terrible driver. Horrible.
Ooh,
I'm not elaborating, but
Oh, all right.
not
she
elaborating.
drives under circumstances she shouldn't.
Same. My mom's
Oh,
also-
oh.
I've had a few instances where I've had to pull her back on the road
What?
when I was like
Mom's
13 or
crazy driver,
14.
Yeah, my mom's a boss driver though. I don't know what you guys are.
My
talking
mom's just flying all the time. Like
I'm
she's
saying
late.
my mom has a
She's like,
lead foot.
My mom is like, and when she was teaching me how to drive, that was awful. That was awful. I'd go like 1 mile per hour over the speed limit. She'd be like, "Slow down."
I'm saying.
Slow down.
I'm saying. My mom would freak out about everything, and then my dad would just be there like. He just doesn't care. My dad doesn't really care about everything. My dad's so chill.
Whenever I was taking my driver's test, actually, I remember a fail. Whenever I was taking my driver's test in Vienna, I'd passed everything. I did everything right, but then it was like the last one when she was like, "All right, just pull over to the side of the road like you're dropping me off somewhere." So we pull over to the sidewalk, and I completely curbed the tire. I like go up
Dang.
onto the curb, drop back down. Her rims were all messed up.
oh.
I passed.
Oh.
Just barely.
Barely.
I passed with a 71%.
Oh. I failed my driver's test the first time. I went to Lynn and I went, what was it? It was like 15. I went over the speed limit pretty bad. I didn't realize because I've never drove in Lynn. The speed limit was like 15 and I was going like 25. And she's like, "So you're not going to pass today. Let's just go home or back to the DMV." It was tragic.
That's
I
rough.
cried. It was on my birthday too. I was like, "This is all I wanted was my driver's license." And the
Dang.
lady was so mean.
Yeah, I took it in Owensville first and failed. I don't think it was anything major. Apparently I didn't look over my shoulder long enough this way whenever
Yeah.
I was backing up.
It's like always like the little like stupid.
And then she told me I looked at my backup camera for too long. Isn't that the point of a backup camera?
Yeah. You're just observing your surroundings and being safe.
I would recommend though, if you're going to take your driver's license test, go to Vienna, drive around for like 10 minutes. The
you
fastest
need to know your like where you're going.
the fastest you will go is maybe 45 miles per hour.
I went in Owensville and I passed and I got like a 85 on it. It was really easy there. I
Yeah,
was
I'm
like,
saying. I took mine first try. I passed in
Mhm.
Owensville, but she took off points because I was stopped at a yield sign because there was someone coming, and I let them go, and she took off points.
Well,
Like, there was someone
that's
at a
the point of
stop
the yield sign.
No, they were at a stop sign,
But you were at a yield.
but I let them go, and she took
Is that
off
not what you're
points.
supposed to do?
Well, it depends if
Well,
they
I was
get
just
there
being
before
nice.
you.
I could have went, but I just let them go, and she took off points.
I feel like you watch people drive, especially in town, and even when they have stop signs, like I'm stopped at the stop, like at my end of my street, there's a stop sign, and then the street coming off the highway doesn't have one, and I'll stop at this stop sign, and then people will pull up and stop too.
Yeah,
Just sitting there with my hands up, like, you have the right of way.
I'm saying.
I feel like people don't. They take their test and then they just forget everything once
Yeah.
they get their license.
Yeah. This one time, it's so embarrassing. This person, like, I was going straight, like, just on a highway going straight, and someone in the other lane was going left, and I stopped mid-traffic to let them go. I don't know what I was doing. I just literally stopped, and he went, and people behind me were, like, honking. I'm like, what the heck am I doing? And I just, like, I got out of there fast. I was so embarrassed. I don't know why I did that. I think
Well, you also
someone in front of me was turning, I think. And then I just stopped, and I was like, go ahead.
got to think. I mean, where was this at?
Like in Gerald, like you know where the grocery store is?
Over by the drugstore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
I
were
feel like
turning down there, and someone in front of me was turning, so I just stopped and I waited for them to turn.
whenever you do that and nobody else is in the car, it's not as embarrassing just because you don't know
Mhm.
who those people are.
Yeah.
They don't know who
I
you
mean,
are,
I didn't know who they were.
and
yeah.
you probably never see them again. And if you
Yeah.
do, they probably won't remember you for that. So
I'm
it's like
saying, yeah.
it'll be all right.
Yeah, I was just like,
No, after I got my permit, this is pretty embarrassing too. We were pulling out of Motomart, and I didn't realize that going straight was like right there, and so then I accidentally pulled into the like turning one, and then my mom was like, "You're in the wrong one," and I literally stopped, and I was like, and I almost like put it in reverse, and she was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I don't know. Like, I was just freaking out. I got
you
scared.
turned into the turn lane and was just driving?
Yeah, I was supposed to be going straight, and then I like went into the turning one. Like I just went to the wrong one, but then
You
I
could just
stopped.
merge back out.
Yeah, you just.
No, there was a car
Well, then-
next to me.
Oh,
Either that or take the
Just-
turn.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, we did, but I'm saying like
You
I
gotta
sat
figure
there and
it
I
out.
thought about reversing. And my
Ooh,
mom's
here
like,
recently, there was
"No."
this one time I was driving in town and I pulled off a Main Street. No, the street before Main Street. I pulled out of there and there was a cop and I was looking in my rear view mirror and I didn't realize and I was just going like 20 feet down the turn lane and I got pulled over.
Dang.
They're like, "Why are you driving in the turn lane?" I was like, I just didn't realize, man. Didn't get a ticket or anything though.
Well, that's good.
I had one time, you know the bridge, like I think it's Highway 50. Is it Highway 50? When you're going from Owensville to Rosebud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, if you turn left, you know that bridge going towards, I think it's like the
Henry
direction.
House, yeah, going towards.
Yeah, that bridge, it was like snowing, and I was on my way to work, and I don't know, I guess I was accelerating or something, but like my rear end, like it was really light, so since the road was slick, I I almost went over the bridge.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty scary.
Oh, that reminds me. Me and Henry were coming back from Washington. Me and Henry Leb were coming back from Washington. He used to drive this big old white like SUV looking thing.
Yeah.
And we were taking that turn, like where you almost went off. When
Yeah.
we were going like back to Owensville,
Mhm.
and it would just like it was. We should not have been driving. The weather was really bad out, and we took the turn and we did a full 360. Like we were facing Rosebud. Did a 360. We stopped, pulled over, waited a few seconds, went on our way.
Dang.
One time I was driving and my trunk flew open. Not like flew open, but like it just unlatched and I had to pull over. It kind of scared me though.
I've done that a couple times. Like in my old car, my old Pontiac, it
Mhm.
wouldn't tell me when the trunk was open.
Yeah.
So I would just drive places and get out, and then look at my back of my car. I'm like, my trunk's open. I just
No, it
drove all the way
scared
to
me
Union.
because like my car just started flashing and I was like, what did I do? And then yeah, I looked behind me and it was open. Tragic. The next question is, do we have any childhood fails / bad accidents?
Yup.
I'll go first. So it was like I was at my grandpa's house. I was really little, and you know, grandpa's houses are like old and stuff. And there was this mouse trap on top of the TV, and I guess there was like candy up there or something too. And I was reaching up there, and my hand got stuck in the mouse trap,
Ooh, ow.
and then I got like a little scar right there from it. And it was terrible. I was crying.
It cut you? The
It,
mouse
like,
trap?
Yeah, I don't know. It, like
I mean,
left
they
a
come
scar.
down fast. I've been hit by a few mouse.
And I
traps.
have little.
My dad, when I was little, he used to set mouse traps and just,
They hurt. They hurt.
yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're not too bad, but like, I
It'll-
don't think I could see a mouse trap like cutting your hand.
I mean, if you're
don't know.
little, maybe. Like, how old were you?
I don't know, probably like 5.
Yeah,
probably.
I was pretty little.
Whenever I was little, me and my sister were playing tag, and you know, I was just a beast at running away from her. Nah. I hit like right here because it was like this really tall table, and I hit right there. Actually, the scar's over here somewhere. And yeah, I busted my head open. Okay.
Yeah,
Get
thanks for
outta
interrupting,
here.
Mr. T. Yeah.
Come on.
Leave it to Mr. T to interrupt our podcast.
We're working hard.
Yeah.
Sky.
Anyways,
Alright,
and
continue.
then I busted my head open. But before, like, I don't know how long before, but I went downstairs and found my mom's clippers because she used to be a hairstylist, and I chopped all my hair off.
Oh my gosh, I've done that once. I cut all my hair off, and I literally had a boy haircut.
Oh no, mine was just like, I mean, it
Bald?
was really short. No, like I literally just like went like this and would just cut
I cut
anywhere.
I cut my hair off, and then I hid it like under my bed, and I come out. My mom's like, "What the heck did you do?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Bro, one time my sister, she really likes Halloween, okay? She had a pumpkin. She put it under her bed. It was under her bed it was past Christmas.
Oh,
Into the
boy.
yeah, rotten.
That's gross.
Nasty.
We shared a room.
Ew.
Yeah.
It was gross. Yeah, but speaking of this, scar, I was jumping on my trampoline, and well, my house was on a hill, and so the trampoline was kind of slanted, and I just learned how to do a backflip, so I just kept doing it. But my dogs like to get on the trampoline and like tear holes in the nets, and there was this really big hole, and I did a backflip, and flew through the hole, and like I was holding on for dear life because I caught myself. Like, you know how on like monkey bars, like people used to like put their legs on them and then dangle upside down. Yeah, that's what was happening. And I had my hands, and I was just like, please don't fall. There was a big rock underneath me that was pointed. Yeah. I fell. I was screaming for my mom. They couldn't hear me, and I just let go because I couldn't hold on anymore and busted my head open in the same exact spot. And then I came in like screaming and crying, and she was like, with blood dripping down my face, and she's like, "Oh, what happened?" I'm like, "I was screaming for you for forever, over 10 minutes." And she was like, "Yeah, we're not going to the hospital. We're just gonna stitch that up here." And I was like, "What?
Nice.
Okay."
I have a big scar on my wrist because I stepped on my hand with spikes. And then, like, I probably should have got, like, stitches, but yeah, no, I have a big, nasty looking scar on my hand.
I'd say my two worst childhood injuries. The one that happened first was I have a pretty big scar, like right here and through here. I don't know if you can see it.
I think I kind of see it, yeah.
Right there. We were running down like this creek that didn't have much water in it, and there was like, it was all clay, and there was a bunch of fossils there. So we were like, breaking the clay off, and I had to go home, and we were pretty far away, and me and my friend from Bell, his name's Alex, we raced to the side by side, and we were running, and I stepped in a deep hole and slipped, and then I don't know if it was a stick or a rock, but it just went in.
Cut your
Cut my
leg.
leg. I had to get 11 stitches. It was as deep as they said if they took like 2 quarters and stacked them on top of each other. You could see bone.
Ew.
A lot of. Yeah, and I lost a lot of blood, and I was like super lightheaded in the ambulance. So then they gave me a lot of like pain medicine. I was super drugged out.
Ooh.
Dang.
And then my worst one, I'd say, was 8th grade. I was
Oh.
coming back from Derek Jones's house, and I was hanging out with, I think, Logan Valley, Bryce, a couple other people, and well, I'd already got home, but I thought I forgot my charger. It was in my pocket the whole time.
You always be forgetting stuff.
I do. And then I went all the way back there on my bike. I'm like, oh, my charger's in my pocket. And it's one of those Type-C ones. So on my way back, and I'm sitting at the, do you know where the ambulance shed is? Like the street across from that. Like where Casey's would be on my right.
Mhm.
And I'm sitting there, and this lady comes into the turn lane going 45, is looking down like this, and just hits me going 45. And then what happened was, at first, she hit my bike on the left side, so I was like this, and she hit me here, so it sucked my bike underneath, but I went up on the hood, and my knee swung around, and it put my kneecap, like, down here,
Ew.
and
Oh, heck
then
no.
she was continuing going, because she was, like, 45-ish miles per hour,
Mhm.
and I slid underneath it, like, I fell off and messed my head up. I got a concussion, slid a couple feet, and the car kept coming. My head was in line with the tires, but my back bike tire, I have a picture of it somewhere, but it's too far to find, like,
Mhm.
went around her tire and, like, stopped it, and the tire stopped, like, right here.
Oh my
Dang,
gosh.
Scary.
But, yeah, I had road rash all throughout my back. Like, there was no skin. I couldn't sleep on that side. I had to sleep on my
Ugh.
stomach. They just popped my knee back in place there.
That's so gross.
But it was like almost in my calf. I stood up,
That's-
and it instantly, like, buckled. I fell down. I was like, well, that's not good. And then I've had knee problems ever since. But
I
I'm
mean, I bet.
getting a lot of money for it, so it's
well,
okay.
yeah.
But yeah, I'd say that's definitely my worst one, the most scary one. But
Mhm.
the charger, that's why that was important. It was a Type-C. I still have the scar like right here. It dug into my leg, and
Ooh.
whenever I like finally realized, I was like, because all the adrenaline wore off, I started to feel pain there on the way to the hospital. I reached in my pocket and I ripped it out, and there was a chunk of my skin in the
Ew.
Type-C charger, and it was like
Ew,
broken off
that's so
sideways in
gross.
my leg.
Ugh.
That's so gross.
It was interesting. It was scary. It was very scary.
We're at 1930.
I got one quick story before we wrap up the podcast. But one time when I
16 or something, and I dropped it down on the table and it bounced up, and it was just a little tiny baby cut on my thumb, right? No biggie. But I start gushing blood, and I'm like, I don't feel good, man. I got really lightheaded. Like, I'm a baby when it comes to bleeding.
I don't like seeing my own blood.
But, like, on my way to the bathroom, by the time I was, like, almost there, it looked like I was looking through a straw. Like, that's how small my vision was. And then I got in the bathroom, and then I, like, went in the stall, and I just blacked out for, like, 5 minutes. But, yeah.
There's a couple people that's blacked out at Pioneer.
Yeah, it's Lackey did it not too long ago. He shot the top of his hand with the nail gun.
Then Wayne, his first few days, blacked out there.
Yeah,
Something like
yeah. And then there was this one kid I had to teach to make components, and the very next day after I taught him, he nailed his fingers together.
or like through the bone.
Well, he said he nailed his fingers together, but he just went up to me and Terry and goes, "I shot myself with a nail gun." His hand was bleeding. I'm like, we're like, go see Tommy. He wrapped it up, and then he came back.